All right, opening up the 2024-25 season, this is going to be the most competitive team we've had from 1 to 7. We just had a competition, and this is the first time we've had 4 kids in the 70s and another 2 players below 83. So I feel really good about that. So as stated earlier, our goal is to win the conference championship. So we're going to push towards that in a really competitive fall.
How has your team been able to come together this off-season with a lot of time off?
Honestly, some communication on how to get better. They've played a lot of tournaments and really just working on their chipping and putting. A lot of daily stuff, as you know, they're student athletes, so they're trying to keep their studies, do their summer work, and honestly, a lot of chipping and putting.
What can the team take away, kind of like in terms of like improvements in a new year filled with competition?
You know, it's funny you say that, because when we sat down last year, we went through some goals and some positives and negatives that they needed to work on. We added a new data system this fall and tracking their averages, and I really think that even through the first couple of weeks, we've seen improvement on that. So really, honestly, a lot more data and fine-tuning where they need to get better.
2 seniors, I believe, on the team this year. How have you seen them improve athletically, but then also in their leadership?
You know what? It's unbelievable that we're already at year 4 with those 2. Hannah Fangman and Drusilla Kramer, both 2 kids who, when they came in, it's been really cool for me. First couple competitions as a freshman, pretty close to 90, and here we are their senior year. Hannah just had her career low of 72, and Drew in preseason had 4 rounds under 76. So to see them improve their golf game, but also become really good leaders. Obviously, when you're recruiting, your seniors and juniors are always going to be your best sellers. They've done a phenomenal job with that, and really making it a very welcoming program. Anytime we have recruits or freshmen come in, they just can't wait to hang out with those 2. So, yeah.
How excited is the team to open up the season at home here this upcoming weekend?
Very excited. Obviously, anytime you can play a home game in golf, you don't get a whole lot of home games. So when you have one, you take advantage of it. We've got some of the best greens in the conference, and our kids really like to take advantage of that home course knowledge. So I'd expect, some good home cooking this week, and they'll perform well.
You mentioned some leadership stuff about the experienced members of the team. What else do you think they can develop as they've had experience in the past couple of years where they can transition to this year?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it comes with course management. So as they go through the years in golf, you get to know the golf courses better. So that's really what they can take from year to year. We talk about that a lot. McKenna Conrad was a good example with having a good freshman year. I talked to her and I said, the biggest difference between year 1 and year 2 is you're going to know all these golf courses now. So when you show up, you know exactly where to play. And honestly, just probably being more strategic. And that's what we can do in golf, is take advantage of where to miss it and where to hit it.
You talk about the different courses that you see. As you put your schedule together, do you have goals for each competition? And then how do they fit into your overarching season goals?
It's funny. You talk about your seniors' leadership, Hannah and Drew. We wrapped up this last year, and I said, what can we do to help prepare you for next year? And their biggest thing was, we want to play Central and University of Dubuque more. So it's like, okay. And I said, well, if that helps you play better, we're going to do that. So adding Illinois Wesleyan's event this year, they're going to be there, and to see how we're doing, and obviously we just played them a week ago, and see where your game stands with them. That's one way to do it.
You mentioned the conference championship goals earlier. How competitive do you think the conference is going to be this season?
You know what? It's going to be really competitive. When I started, it felt like there were about 3 teams that had a chance to win, and based on some of the scores last weekend at Coe's Classic, there's really 1 through 6 all played really, really well, which is good. With talks of change of how to get to the national tournament with regionals, it's good to see the conference be better, deeper, and also it pushes our kids to practice a little bit harder.
Good luck this season.
Hey, thank you.